I saw a smile just now over there, Oscar. That's the way to reply. How good are you feeling about that lap just now?
Pretty good. I mean, to be honest, I was laughing at someone yelling out "smooth operator" to Carlos, but no, I mean it's been a good day. I think from the first lap we've looked competitive, and we made some good adjustments into qualifying, and everything felt good. I think the last lap was pretty solid, except for one pretty big moment, but clearly it was good enough still. So no, happy, nice to be back on top. So hopefully we can keep it rolling.
George, that looked like a great qualifying session for you. Did you know you had that pace in the car?
No, to be honest, I was P14 in practice. I know it's just nice. My qualifyings haven't been great recently. The last bar Singapore, for a while I haven't had a good session, so I was pretty happy to get a couple of good laps under my belt, and I was always sort of thereabouts throughout the session. So that was nice. This track honestly is such a joy to drive around. It's so quick, the grip's so high. So it just feels nice.
No, the pace was there. I just made a mistake on the last corner on my first lap and didn't put it together. So no, the pace was there. Just didn't put it together.
I mean, Max is a long way off, but obviously Oscar's ahead. So what are your thoughts on this sprint tomorrow? Still go for the win, play it safe?
No, of course. I'm stupid to not try and win. I mean, I'm here to try and win. So I see what I can find overnight and see what we can do for tomorrow. I mean, it's impossible to overtake. So I think I'm probably going to finish P3. But if I can at least get George off the line or something, then that's probably the most I can hope for.
Yeah, one of the best results of the year. Tough circuit, high speed section, and the cars seemed in the window already in FP1, P3, and now in quali felt good as well. I had a bit of a stress in SQ2 because traffic and things, but we made it into Q3, and then in Q3, we put a lap together.
You touched on it there, and we've spoken about it at previous sprint weekends. You really do tend to hit the ground running at these ones. What's your thinking for the sprint tomorrow? And then there is that window between, obviously, where car changes can be made.
Yeah, I mean, 24 years experience, 44-year-old. It has some disadvantage. I get a little more tired with the jet lag and the traveling, but I know the tracks, I know the tires, I know the car, I know how to extract everything on Friday. Then on Saturday, it's true that we can open the part Fermé. We do change the car a little bit, minor tweaks, and everyone seems to get on top of the circuit. But let's see. Let's go one step at a time. Let's do tomorrow the sprint race, and then into quali. Let's see if we can improve a little bit the setup, a little bit on the understeering side today.
So far, it's been a clean race weekend, pretty smooth. Nothing any issue happens in the practice and this qualifying so far. So something that I feel more confidence into the qualifying. It's good. It's good that we had a clean race week so far.
Yeah, not good. From the first lap, just really bad bouncing and very aggressive understeer that would shift into oversteer and high speed. So just not what you want to go faster. Then you're locked in, and we tried to, of course, change a few things on the wheel, but it never really worked. So that made it quite tricky.
Yeah, you said trying to change a few things in the moment there. What did you change on the car after FP1? And
a few
the result
things,
of that.
But it clearly wasn't working well in qualifying, so that's something that we need to understand.
Yeah, it was a bit of a messy qualifying on my side. I had a really big moment in SQ2 and kind of lost a little bit of confidence, obviously. But just didn't maximize the grip today. The potential was very high, and just I found myself always one step behind. So just need to work into the data to understand, and in order to be quicker tomorrow.
Yeah, good. I mean, we were very much quicker than expected this weekend, right from the off in FP1. Quite encouraged to see the car performing at a good level this weekend when we expected to be almost out in Q1. We are actually both cars in Q3 for the first time in a while. So encouraged by that. Much quicker on the mediums than on softs. Like always with our car, we seem to be better with the harder compounds. In FP1, I was almost on the hard tire, nearly P1. Then on mediums in Q2, I'm top 5. And then when you put the softs on in Q3, the others seem to find more lap time than we did. And in the end, P8, only half a tenth off P5. So we know there's half a tenth there to find for tomorrow that could give us a much better track position for the race.
Charles, there are some issues. Was Carlos in your way during that session at all? We had some radio messages.
Not all the session, but just the last lap. I think he was taking quite a significant gap to the car ahead just before safety car line 2, and then obviously it puts all the guys behind under stress. He has the right to do that, but it's very annoying, and yeah, it's a bit unnecessary sometimes. So it's a shame, but so I had to start the lap too close, and when you see the gap between top 5 and us, you can say that it could have been a better qualifying, but apart from that, we are very slow and we are struggling once again this weekend, so it's a tough one again.
Yeah, poor execution on our side. I think we were okay. We weren't the quickest out there, but we were much better than we thought we would be coming into the weekend. We came out the garage way too late in SQ3, so we basically were scrambling to get across the checkered flag, and yeah, anyway, a mess.
Oh, Isaac, getting that lap time deleted, I'm sure you must be frustrated.
I am very frustrated. Actually didn't even see that coming, but actually I was way off track limit, so yeah, I was just flat out. The lap was good, so it's a shame. I think the car is pretty fast but very hard to drive, but still positive day.
What potential did the car have? Could you have been up there in that top 10 right now?
But I was qualified in Q3, so yes.
Was it tyre prep that mostly cost you in that session, do you think? Not being able to get them warm enough, having to hold back?
Yeah, no, honestly, I think it's a bit less of a factor than previous years. I didn't drive here last year, but, it was all about prep lap, no prep lap, very, very fast out laps. But here, I think, as tracks age, they get a bit rougher, and this year, definitely, with the tyres we have, it's a bit of a simpler warm-up. For me, more of the issue was on the final lap. I was behind I was behind someone who just kept going off, so I had a lot of debris on track, gravel, which is really mainly an issue of the track. A lot of us complaining about the fact that the gravel there is not the best way, in our opinion, to solve things, because we end up with what we had, which is basically gravel everywhere, damaging tires and ruining laps. And then I had traffic in Sector 3 as well, so it was a perfect storm.
Gabby, through to SQ2, P13 at the end of it. Was that pretty much the most you could get out of it today, do you think? How was the session for you?
I think second lap, yes. I don't know what about the first lap. If there was something in the table, I just didn't feel much grip in the first push, and then in the second push, I went through the pits, I did a couple of adjustments, and then I went for the lap, and yeah, it feels okay, but I don't know, it was so close, to SQ3 that only a tenth and a half, I think. Shame, but anyway, it's okay.
That unfortunate going wide on the last lap, how much did that cost you? Could you have been there now?
No, I think it wasn't enough for that. I think maybe one spot, but I was up for a little bit better, but a 10th at best. So yeah, that seems to be where we are for the moment. Obviously tomorrow, sprint race in the morning, and then the cards can be a little bit reshuffled. We'll see what we can do then.
Yeah, difficult session really. We just can't get the car to go around the track properly. It's very difficult for us in the high speed at the moment, a lot of instability. And we have understeer the low speed corners, which makes things tricky because we can't really add front wing at the moment, so we suffer a lot in both type corners, and this is where the lap time is, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll try and look at that. It's been ongoing things that we keep having, so yeah, we need to put the hand on it to hopefully come out of that session with some knowledge and come back stronger tomorrow.
Lance, looked like the weekend started pretty well in FP1. Did the car just get away from you as the day developed?
Yeah, just didn't put the laps together at the end of Q1, turn 1. It was messy and then a little bit of traffic, so we just missed out in the end.
Did you change much on the car between sessions?
No, not too much. No.
Okay, and what about the sprint tomorrow? I know it's
I think it's going to be tricky for sure. Yeah, so probably the focus is going to be more the main qualifying and the race.
Liam, it looked like you were struggling with the balance in the car today. Would that sum it up out there on track?
Yeah, pretty much. We started quite far off this morning with it, or earlier today with it as well, and then going to quali we had to make quite a big step, and ended up compromising a lap as well because of it. So yeah, it was just tough. I think with how close it is. I think honestly we were pretty close in the end, but would have liked one more lap.
Can you just tell me how tricky the car was to drive out there today?
Same as always.
You tried the higher downforce wing. No better for you at all in that session?
No, clearly not.
Anything positive you can take into tomorrow? Will it be a bit of a testing session for you, the sprint race, do you feel?
The weather's nice.
Sorry,
the weather's nice.
Well, I hope tomorrow's better. Thanks, Lewis. Thanks.
Cheers.
I think it's been very tough. Bit disappointed on the last lap. We came into turn 1 and tires were too cold, and I almost spun on myself from how low the grip was. So opening the lap, I was already 3/10 slower after turn 1, and then after that the tires started to pick up temperature and it started to get better. But unfortunately, that's what we missed to SQ2. I think it would have been tighter.
Franco, we heard there was a little bit of damage picked up in FP1. Did that impact anything this evening in sprint qualifying? Obviously a difficult session for yourself and the team.
Yeah, I think so. I think the FP1 was generally more competitive until that, and we were not looking too bad on the hard tire. Then when we put the soft, they had a big snap, and here with the gravel traps being so close to the corner, to the exit of the corner, you damage the floor. We both had a lot of damage, and I think it compromised quality a bit. So yeah, some things to look at. Car felt tricky to drive, so we'll try to be stronger tomorrow, but it honestly didn't feel very, very good.